Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exclusive show with your host, MC Sam the Cowboy 001. With me, I have a special guest who is coming in. How are you, man?
I'm good, brother.
Yeah. He's an MD of Tangent Media Africa.
Yeah.
What's your name, please?
My name is Sam Martin.
Uh-huh.
Other people know me as Kofel.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure people know me by Odhiambo also, but Odhiambo is my dad.
Oh, the President Central Rift Valley Conference.
Kabisa.
Ah.
Yes, brother.
Okay, what is good with PKs?
What is good with PKs?
Uh-huh.
I think we also support the ministry
Uh-huh.
from the shadows.
From the shadows.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a PK and me, who is a regular member?
There's no difference, actually.
There's no difference.
But I think the burden of ministry is much more heavy on us. We feel like we need to do more so that we can also fit into their shoes. Not as pastors, but as
you know, normally most of the kids, they follow the footsteps of their fathers.
Yeah.
And I come to find it weird that most of the PKs don't go for the ministry as pastors.
Yeah, it happens actually.
Why?
I think being a pastor is a calling. You don't just wake up in the morning and you say, I want to be a pastor. But it's a noble thing. It's only that, just like the scripture says, if you cannot preach like Paul,
pastors,
like Paul, you can still do the work of God. Like what you're doing here at Tangent Media Africa. I believe it's a form of evangelism through harnessing digital spaces. Yes, Baba.
Talking about Tangent Media Africa,
yes,
there's this question normally, people, not even people, I may say I was asked when I was in class 3, 4, Simon, when you grow up, what do you want to be? And when you were growing up, what were you dreaming to be? Yeah.
I don't know if this will be a motivational speech, but you know, life is very funny.
Yep.
At first, I wanted to be a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Masomo ikakuwa ngumu.
Haikuwa ngumu. Actually, haikuwa ngumu, to be honest. I found myself in law school. First year.
Okay.
Yeah. Moi University.
First year. First year.
Yes. When you graduate now, let me mention Kina Samora, Kina, who else? Kina Esther, Komboka, and a few other people. But it was not to be. That's a long story. My English points were not commensurate to what they needed at the time. So they were substituting my entry grade with Kiswahili.
Okay.
But long story short, came back home and there was another offer for me to do gender, women and development studies. So yeah, at the time my mom was working at the Institute Apple. She was the director. So
that is Egerton University.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's how I began my gender journey.
So you are a graduate of gender and
women and development studies.
Okay, yeah. This is interesting. I didn't know that part of you.
Oh, you didn't know actually?
No, not really.
This is a funny world, man.
Yeah. Now, you did that and you're not practicing gender, women and what did you say? Gender, women and development studies. I don't see you practicing it. You came to side of music. The name Sam Martin is known when it comes to music. I'm aware that you train choirs.
Oh yeah, sure.
You record them. You do a lot of things.
Yes.
How did it come to in your mind rather in your heart? Because when you do all those, it can either be in your mind or in your heart. Which is which?
I don't know. I think it has been in my heart for a while. I come from a pastoral family.
Okay.
We love singing. Music.
Pastoral and music, are they same thing?
Okay, let me say I come from a musical family.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, my elder brother is a musician. My second, his follower is also a musician.
Okay.
So, you know, it somehow rubbed off because we used to interact with pianos, keyboards, choirs here and there. Then there's a close family friend. It's called Bwana Gideon Kasozi, a very good composer, well-known musician within the East African
division.
Yes. He served as a huge motivation for me.
Okay.
Because I could really resonate with his kind of music. And when he'd pass by, let's say he had a choir to record in Nakuru or in Nairobi, he'd spend at our place. So we'd exchange notes here and there. He'd tell me, hey, I would try to do this. Busque chord, how does it sound now? This is this chord. And so that's just how it started. And so when I finished campus, actually I did my master's in 2014.
Okay.
So when I got into my master's, while I was doing the research, something was taking a lot of my research time. It's like music was
too much to you than what you should do.
Yes. That influence was too huge. Like I could take a lot of time just to settle. Yeah, you could find me with the headphones. I'm sure some of those staff members at Ilri would wonder, hey, Kwani, are we working with a producer here? I would go into the institution with headphones and I would take a lot of time settling.
Okay.
From that point on, I just realized that I need to put more emphasis on my gifting, my talent.
Okay.
And it's been a wonderful journey. That's when my elder brother and I began F&M Music Studios.
Okay.
Franklin Martin Music Studios. I still do practice gender mainstreaming. I do trainings once in a while. My greatest calling, or probably my greatest fulfillment, is in music.
Is in music.
Yeah.
So we can just say you are 3-4 years in university doing gender is somehow I don't want to say it's a waste because music is a talent, and that's one is education.
Yeah.
And talent and education are two different things.
Very true.
Did you consider maybe taking some classes in music so that you can be that professional you are?
Oh yeah. There's a time we took up ABRSM classes for piano. I did grade 1, 2, 3 and 4 we didn't complete, but I felt I needed to invest a lot into my talent.
Okay.
In terms of education, because they say talent can get you far, but education splits you from the rest.
Sure.
So from then on, I just got into production.
Okay.
That was around 2017 after my master's research. We began as that small company. We recorded a few choirs here and there from Langata Youth, New Life Ambassadors, Zainera Choir, Nakuru Girls High School, St. George's. So we first of all began, they say charity begins at home.
Yes.
Amongst our networks. Yes, brother.
So among those choirs that you started with, which one is the favorite?
That's tough to
say. You know, you can record 100 of choirs.
You're right.
But when you sit and listen all of them, there's a one that will touch you.
Yeah.
And did you help them compose the music, or they were calling you just come and record us or something?
Let me start from your last question.
Yes.
We normally have a philosophy for our business model.
Okay.
We like teaching songs so that we can have control over the musicianship, control over the overall direction of the music. Here it becomes easy. Wakati huu we have copyright issues, intellectual property issues on the social media. So you don't want to upload a song, then probably the trainer is unaware of it, or probably does not grant you access. And probably that song would have been a bigger blessing if it's on social media. So, yeah, of course, the choirs which invited us, like New Life Ambassadors, St. George's, all the choirs, from the beginning, we would write the songs with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The best choir, which I worked.
That's what I was waiting. Yes.
I don't think there's a best choir per se. I want to be careful with my words.
Because you don't want St. George's to come and say, this guy did not choose us as the best. Or rather than Nakuru Girls or New Life.
Exactly.
I understand.
We had different experiences.
Yeah.
Like for New Life Ambassadors, I was also still young at that time. I'm still young even now. We had some wonderful moments with those guys back then. We were more or less like the same age group. And so I was also discovering my musical talent at that time.
Okay.
So, and we did a lot of exploits. We went for the general conference.
Session
2015. And so through those experiences of ministry here and there, I remember we had our first interview at NTV.
Yeah. So
those experiences were very critical in forming my, or probably affirming my musical journey. So let me not say New Life Ambassadors only, but
let's assume it was the only. Now, coming to that, there's this challenge that I, as an MC, I interact with many choirs.
You're a very big MC, Baba.
I'm coming in contact with many choirs.
Yeah, true.
But now there's this challenge when I'm launching a choir, and then we have some studio coming, shoot the launch. Then they go to an extent of uploading to their channels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I found it a problem. We have the songwriter, we have the producer, and we have the choir or the group chair or director.
Yeah.
Those three people, normally they fight. And you get that the producer claims that the music, or rather the song, is his because he did the production. The writer says the song is his because he did write, or has.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for correction. And the director,
yes, man,
he tend to own because he was mobilizing. If it was not him, you as a producer, you could not have come to do the production.
Yeah.
If it was not the writer, you could not. If it was not me as a director, to some extent, the writer has no work, the producer has no work. Yeah. Who is a legal person to own, or rather to claim the song?
Or the song, eh?
Yes. According to your experience.
According to my experience?
Yes.
My experience is
difficult.
Yeah, but just to put matters in perspective, I think it's prudent for choirs to consider contracts.
Yeah.
It's not a sinful thing.
Okay.
Philippians 4 verse, is it 8? Says, whatever is pure, is admirable, has a good report. If there be any virtue, think of these things.
Okay.
Music is a good thing, but it has to be done also structurally.
Yes.
I believe also, nyimbo za kumtukuza Mungu, pia lazima ziwe na mpangilio.
Naam.
Just to answer what you're saying, it would be good to have a contract from the very beginning, so that if you have a trainer who's coming to train a new choir, let's say your church choir, he understands his limits, he understands his boundaries. The producer, you pay the producer for the service.
Yes.
So he does not own the service. But if he offers to do the work for free, now there also needs to be something like a working framework, just to explain that I'm not doing this for free. Eventually, I'm going to own the music.
Yes.
Likewise, also for the director or choir, he or she cannot own the music. But entirely wanasema all our giftings chochote tunacho hapa duniani ni vya Mungu. So, but that notwithstanding, Baba, ishati wewe ulinunua. Naam. Ulienda kwenye shop, ukatoa pesa yako. Naam. Ikakuwa yako. Kwa hivyo mtu yote akipatikana kule nje na ishati ndani. So, a contract will stipulate everything.
Okay. So we started with a small company, F&M.
Oh yes, brother.
Along the way, I understand a baby was born.
Oh, okay.
A baby was born, and that is Tangent Media Africa.
Yes, Tangent Media Africa has been in existence from early this year.
Okay.
But in our minds, it's been there for a long time.
Okay.
Let me tell you the genesis. My wife and I, we're very musical.
Okay.
And we love doing evangelism.
So, in short, you normally sing?
Yes, we do, brother.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
What voice? What voice? I'm not so good in numbering the voices, but what voice do you sing?
I do tenor. By virtue of teaching choirs, you have to be versatile. Eh?
Okay.
So you do tenor, alto, soprano, bass, soprano.
You can do bass?
Yes, I can do.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your favorite song?
Baba.
What's your No, whenever you are a musical, you have interacted with so many choirs. You've written a lot of pieces of songs. You have to at least give us something. Give us something.
Wow. Oh, my own.
Yeah, you can give us your own. You can either. I'm giving you a free way. Do anything.
There's the hymn. I love that song.
Why is it normally music teacher has to start with that? They cannot just come and Yesu kwetu ni rafiki. You just
You know, I was wondering whether I should sing it in Swahili ama, but in Swahili nikakumbuka nimepotea stanzas. But I know it very well in Swahili. Yesu kwetu ni rafiki. Twambiwa aja pia.
Nice.
Yes, brother.
Okay, now back to Tangent Media.
Okay. Yeah, so my wife and I really love to do something which is beyond us.
Okay.
And so that's why Tangent was born. Tangent is the corporate arm of F&M Music. Yeah, F&M Music does audio production, video production for choirs.
Okay.
So we realized there's a gap in offering green screen services.
Okay.
Now, product photography, event photography, because photography is broad.
Yeah.
Food photography, fashion photography. So we decided to begin the outfit, but of course we needed a team.
Yeah.
You know, you can't work in seclusion.
Yeah, sure.
So we prayerfully prayed that God will afford us a good team who can help us to deliver something which is worthy of praise.
Okay.
So that's how Tangent began.
So in Tangent Media, you said you have a very beautiful green screen.
Oh yeah.
You do photography, you do videography, you do audio as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do voiceovers. We do
podcast.
Podcast. Yeah. Podcast.
So that's nice.
Advent Live podcast.
Advent Live podcast, whereby I'm privileged that I'll be hosting the event under the management of our MD, Sam Martin. I'm a Kofele. What is Kofele? You know, I've known you as Sam Martins. I have to go back. What is all about Kofele? Where did you get this name?
You know, my dad named me, my parents named me Sam Martin Kofele. Yes, when I enjoy home like in Stasem.
No, I know it. And if you want to say it,
by the way, you don't know it.
I know it.
You don't know it.
You know, your dad and I are very close friends.
Oh, okay.
Very close friends.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I know.
Whereby
I know you're close, but not that close. So. I'm
you will be disappointed.
I'll be disappointed now.
You don't have to. It is only that I know many people are watching us here, and I won't want to spoil the mood of my MD. So I just have to cool it down, and I will tell him behind the camera, make sure you remind me. I will tell you. Yes. So you've been doing this for quite some time now, and you associate with many people. What are you doing to the society?
I'm not sure if you're asking a corporate social responsibility issue, but it sounds like you're asking the same question. We have realized there are a number of people who also want to serve God.
Yeah.
And probably they're unable, mostly choirs.
Yes.
So we'd like to identify with people who have the same kind of gifting with us. So what we've done, we look at choirs around us who we are able to assist. We shoot the videos for free for them.
Okay.
And we believe that's a kind of, it's like a ministry for us. Of course, we have Advent Live coming up. I consider it a form of corporate social responsibility.
Yes.
But I also consider it as a tool of evangelism.
Yeah.
Because we are able to bring many people who have different gifts and talents, able to use the platforms to also showcase their talents and to praise God in their own way. So we've been working with a lot of choirs here. There's Kiratina, we have Olives, we have Great Hope, we have Great Zion all the way from Naivasha.
Yes.
I think we have another choir. I'm forgetting, but we have lots of choirs coming in. We're doing the work as a way of also helping them putting their talents and their gifts out there. Yes.
Yeah. So across the globe, we have even outside country, where your brother is in Tanzania. I'm sure he will be switching in and bringing a lot of friends.
Yes.
You said you help some choir shoot for free. What do you consider? Because that one has to be very categorical, very keen in responding to it. Because I will come with my choir, and because you said you shoot for free, you will have to. You said it here, and I'm watching, and they will say, no, we just have to go to Target Media, Africa. They will shoot us free because we are not able.
No, actually. Of course, we have overheads, we have rent to pay, we have some payments to make here and there.
Yes.
So we can't entirely do everything for free. So we have a policy.
Okay.
So every quarter, let's say once in 3 months, we consider one choir.
Okay.
And the basis is to make sure we look into your financial background.
Okay.
So that we are sure our impact is where we have a lot of impact.
Okay.
We consider one choir. Another thing we consider is the musicianship.
Okay.
We don't just take you up because your muziki yenu iko na mko available. Of course, we have to listen to good music.
Okay.
We like choral music, but we appreciate what muziki wa Mikanyagi is doing. Because sio kila mtu atahubiri kwa njia moja ama nyingine.
Yes.
So tuna consider choirs from hizo nyanja tofauti. Yes, brother.
So kwa mfano unakuta kwamba kikundi kimeamua kuanzisha ama tumeamua kuanzisha kikundi, na tumejileta kwa pamoja, lakini hali yetu ya mfuko ama kifedha tupo vibaya.
Okay.
How can you come in, or rather how can you support us? Maybe we've done already, we come to your studio, we tell you we only have some cash here, we can do audio, but we don't have video.
Well, I believe it's better. I know you've done pathfinding.
Yes.
Wanasema ukiingia sehemu fulani, you leave it better than you found it. Yes. When we begin interacting with people, and if we realize you have the spirit of evangelism in you, God has a way of sustaining His own work. What we normally advise those choirs or those teams or those groups is we show them how to harness their social networks through social media, so that unaweza kuta Bwana Sam leo wants to support you, but he does not know you guys exist. So us is to help you come up with a portfolio.
Okay.
Once we help you establish the portfolio, it is your work now to harness your social media networks, your social networks, so that next time you need a piece of uniform, you need to attend a rally somewhere or go for a crusade, you don't go back to your parents.
No.
You don't go back to your church. Inakuwa ni ministry ambayo
inajisaidia,
inajikimu kabisa. We would like to be part of stories which add value to the society. And ideally the podcast is coming in as almost like actually a Christian podcast.
Okay.
And we also need to be aware of what is happening in the state.
Yes.
So it's a welcome idea. If we have the governor of Nakuru, Honorable
Lee Kinyanjui. Yes.
If you'd want to probably explain what he's been doing for the last
5 years,
it would be a very welcome honor for us to host him here.
And of what about me as MC Sam? I'm looking forward next year. I'll be standing in as an MCA.
Wow, that's nice.
Milimani Ward. So how can you advise me? Can I come here with my agenda? I need to sell to the people.
Of course. This space is is for you guys out there. If you have, if you want to speak out to your congregants, if you want to pitch an idea to people, you're an MC, you're an incoming MP, or you're vying, I think this is a very nice space.
Okay.
Considering that we are entering into, actually we're in a digital dispensation.
Sure.
People are very visual. So I believe this is the surest platform for you out there who wants to take your content digitally out there. So we have a professional set here. We have good lights for your work. This is good sound. We have able producers here who are able to take you through everything. We have Bwana Mwasipale graphics. Let me mention Bwana Derek, who's also the head of the branding side of Tangent. Of course, we have Marcos. Yes, who's a very good photographer. And of course, we have you, bro.
Yeah.
As a wonderful MC and also as a host of a show.
Yeah.
So if people would like to tap into the potential of this space, I think
we also have a lady, so that they may not think that we don't have ladies in the studio.
Yes.
We have a lady host.
Michelle Betchiba.
Yes. Powerful host also. She will be coming in with a show. Be tuned in. Yes. Your last words to whosoever is watching us today around the world. Yes.
I think at the end of everything, all of us tutaenda 6 feet deep.
Yes.
And my philosophy in life is to
ngoja.
Yes.
Hapo kwa 6 feet deep. What do you mean?
Kusema kweli, sisi wote ikiwa Yesu atakuja katika karne hii ambayo tunaishi.
Naam.
Tutalala wote. Tutaingia mavumbini. Hiyo ndio njia yote ambayo tunaenda sisi wote. So I believe before that happens, we need to make a legacy.
Yes.
And it's not just to live for ourselves, but to live for Christ. My passion and my goal is to be told, good and faithful servant, welcome. Karibu.
Thank you.
So I'd really like to do what Jesus would have done in this century. I may not be able to take on a podium, speak a very fluent sermon, ama niongee kama sauti yako kwenye baraza fulani hivi. But I know through my gifting hapa in audio production, mastering, in video production, ideally within the digital space, I know, I hope that I'm able to touch a soul or many.
Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Okay, thank you so much for the good job that you're doing. I want to give you a salute for what you're doing to the society in terms of music and evangelism. Because I understand right now we are in that era of digital. And everything is rotating around the digital life. And as the General Conference is saying that we have a digital way of reaching everybody, we need to embrace it. I invite you once again, now and then, to tune in to F&M Media, and you will find us. When you go to the YouTube, just click to F&M. When you go to Instagram, you will get Tangent Media, you will get F&M Music. When you get to Facebook, you'll get Franklin and Martin's Music.
Yes.
I was your host, MC Sam the Cowboy.